At 12, stopping a two-point conversion with just over a minute left and getting a big win on the road. And they're right back on the road. They'll be right back on the road right here at Manning Bowl next week when they take on Classical. So they play English and Classical back-to-back. English coming in, they were on the road losing their opening game against Catholic Memorial. Catholic Memorial scoring with 7 seconds left to eke out a one-point win over the Bulldogs. They came back last week and really did a job on Haverhill. The starting defense for English gave up only 51 yards of offense to Haverhill. The touchdown by Haverhill came against the reserves. And the young quarterback, the young sophomore quarterback, Chris Carroll, improving by leaps and bounds the first two games. He's the only player in my recollection to start in 3 varsity sports as a freshman. Freshman athletes have not been able to play varsity ball for a long time, but even some of those, although I look back at Lynn English, Tippy Johnson certainly would have played 3 varsity sports, but he didn't get the opportunity. But Chris Carroll is a hockey player, a baseball player, and a football player, and he's taken over the quarterback spot for Brent Tarasuic. And they also have 2 of the better players in the league, and that's number 1, who is Matt Curtis. Defensively, he certainly is a package being looked at by a lot of schools. He's only a junior. And the other one, of course, is the cornerback, running back, Derek Hodge, who is one of the premier running backs in this conference or any other for that matter. He's gone over 200 yards the first 2 games. He has 5 touchdowns coming in. And I'm sure Gloucester has talked about having to stop him. English will have to stop also the wing T of Gloucester, the offense. Gloucester uncharacteristically did not win the conference last year. They lost on Thanksgiving Day to Damas, a big upset, which sent Swampscott to the playoffs. And Gloucester, under their new coach, Paul Ingram, taking over for Coach Silva. He'd like to get them right back in where they belong. So English, I believe, is going to get the football first. And we should be underway. Lynn football has been exciting. Lynn Tech 2-0, St. Mary's 2-0. Lynn Classical playing an early game on Thursday night in the conference, knocking off Salem 3-0. Derek Hodge will be back deep along with A.C. Johnson, standing back inside their 5. Awaiting the kick from Garrett Webb.
Kicking off the Gloucester, 6-3, Nick Ciccone.
So it'll be Webb doing the kicking off. And we're just about underway as they line drive it in the direction of Hodge from the 6-yard line. Starts it straight up the middle of the field. He's loose. Almost broke it. He was a step away from taking that to the house. Just ran straight up the middle, got a couple of great blocks. He gets it out to the 45-yard line. So English has great field position to start their first drive. And it almost looked like Moses part of the water as he went straight up the middle. And he almost shook off the last tackler, which would have been 6 for the Bulldogs. Mike Bransfield, the center, will lead them out. They go wing right in the backfield. Hodge. They fake the pitch to Hodge. A.C. Johnson around the corner, down the sideline. Gloucester paying too much attention to Hodge, and they go the other way. And it'll be a first down. Everybody chasing Hodge. And they went back against the grain with A.C. Johnson. He gets it inside the Gloucester 40, down to the 38-yard line. So 17 yards and a first down. As Gloucester anticipating Hodge with the first carry. English threw a monkey wrench in it and ran Johnson. Now Johnson will go in motion. The long count by Carroll. The pitch to Hodge going left. O'Meara and A.C. Johnson out front blocking. He gets almost 5. They'll mark him down at the 34 where they say he went out of bounds, and that'll give him 4.
English hasn't beaten Gloucester in 10 years, and they come into this ball game tonight really fired up. The Northeast Conference picked to win the championship this year, so this is a big ball game for both teams. Gloucester was one.
English with 2 tight ends, J.J. Johnson to the far side, Matt Curtis to the near side. They go I formation now behind Carroll. They give it to Hodge off that left side. He's loose, just dragged down by the safety at about the 15-yard line. He almost broke it again. So he picks up 19 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 15. English on the move with their opening possession, trying to get on the board first. They go power eye in the backfield with Hodge. Carroll with the keep, runs straight ahead. He gets taken down inside the 10.
Ball carried by Chris Carroll.
They'll give him the 9. So he picked up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. That offensive line doing a job. They give it to Hodge off the left side. He's got a 1st down and a little bit more as he gets inside the 5. Nothing fancy, just say we're going to block and see if he can stop us. He gets to the 1-yard line. So give Hodge 8 more yards, give English another 1st down. I think Gloucester called a timeout.
Timeout, Gloucester.
This is 6 seconds short of a 2-minute drive by the Bulldogs opening up the ballgame. They started at their 45. 5 plays on the ground. This will be number 6 coming up as they look to get on the board first. We have to go back a long way before we find English beating Gloucester. I think it's like 1991. 1992, Doc Enos tells me. And if anybody knows, it's him. So that's about 12 in a row. 11 in a row. So Gloucester is back, English is back. O'Meara doing a job blocking for Derek Hodge, as well as that left side of the English line. They go with a long count. O'Meara in motion. Carroll keeps, and Carroll goes in for the touchdown. They sent motion and Hodge to the right side. Carroll went off the left side. .55 yards in 6 plays, all on the ground, and they took just about 2 minutes, 4 seconds shy of a 2-minute drive. And Matt Curtis will look for the extra point. Matt Prunier is the holder. They get it down, and Curtis kicks it through. So Curtis puts it through the uprights, and English very quickly gets a 7-0 lead in this big game. And you can tell this is one of the bigger games in the conference. The press box is full. Every newspaper in Eastern Massachusetts is represented here in the press box. History being made as well. I'm sitting next to Doc Enos, who does not have his typewriter with him. So Gloucester finds themselves trailing 7-0 early. They'll get the ball for the first time here. Hodge picking up 31 of the 25 yards. A.C. Johnson chipping in with 17. Carroll picked up 7, including the 1-yard dive for the touchdown. And J.J. Johnson will kick off for the Bulldogs. J.J., two-sport athlete. English is designated 3-point shooter in basketball. Outstanding tight end and a very good linebacker as well. A big part of English's solid defense that Coach Gary Malayer hopes is in presence here this evening. The left footer line drives it, bounces Bounces off a fingertip, finally picked up at the 9-yard line. And here's Bryson, who's usually the first man downfield. Eric Bryson, always the first man down on punts and kickoffs, is there to knock down the ball carrier short of the 20-yard line. They'll mark it right at the 20. So Gloucester will have it for the first time, trailing 7-0 at their own 20-yard line. Vito Jagalone will be the quarterback. And he's a good one. They have wing left. Now they go in motion, the wing. They give it straight ahead for maybe a yard. There was Keating with the carry. They give him 2 to the 22. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Fishermen. The wing is to the near side, goes in motion again. The pitch looking to go right. They slow it down and he gets hit and knocked down. And that's Matt Curtis with the big hit. No gain on the play. English made great penetration and Matt Curtis was there to finish him off. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 22. Wideouts right and left. Jagalone got hit as he threw it. Got knocked down. Edward Owen Finch said hello to Jagalone just as he threw it. And the pass will be incomplete. And Gloucester will have to kick it away. And English should get pretty good field position without a run back. Any kind of a run back, they could get great field position. Chris Carroll will go back deep. The kick is high, and Carroll's going to get out of the way. It takes a good Gloucester bounce and will be touched, and they're going to throw the flag at about the 38-yard line. So the ball will be actually at the 37-yard line. So at the 37, it will be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, who will have it for the second time. They went 55 yards the first time they had the football. They go wing right. Hodge, O'Mara gets a block. Hodge trying to get outside, doesn't get there. Couldn't turn the corner. Too many white shirts. They give him, I thought he lost the yard. They gave him back to the 37, so no gain. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 37. They ran to the short side of the field, and Gloucester handled it well. It looked like Chris Mayo wouldn't be blocked and get out there and knock them down. A.C. Johnson goes in motion to the far side. The fake pitch. Carroll over the middle, looking deep for Curtis. He was well covered. He was triple covered. You were not going to fit it in there. And the only thing they got there was they were lucky to get it back because Gloucester had that covered like a blanket. Curtis just went straight down the middle from his tight end spot. And he had no chance to get anywhere near the football, covered by 3 white shirts. They send double wideouts to either side. Ring and Bryson to one side, Curtis and A.C. Johnson the other side as Chris Carroll goes shotgun. Now he calls a timeout, a 30-second timeout.
Timeout, Lynn English.
He saw something he didn't like. So Bryson and Ring were to the far side. Johnson and Curtis to the near side. Gloucester trying to shut English down here and get the ball back. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs, who scored on their first possession and lead 7-0. Now the same setup, double wideouts to either side, shotgun with Hodge, the lone running back, next to Chris Carroll. Bransfield is the center. Gets the snap, looking to throw. Lets it fly downfield, looking for A.C. Johnson. And good coverage again by Gloucester. Intended for A.C. Johnson. So they sent 2 receivers in the same spot. Gloucester had, again, 2 or 3 white shirts all over the ball. And English will have to kick it away. So it'll be J.J. Johnson. Justin will be the punter.
Justin Johnson will punch back, Lynn English.
He handles the snap. Gloucester not going after it, looking for a return. It bounces at the 23-yard line. We got flags all over the place. It's going to come back. A great return is going to go for naught. There's 2 flags down, one at the 35 and one at the 39. And it's going to come back. So Gloucester is going to be pushed back in their own territory. Outstanding run back by Tony Testaverde is going to go by the boards as flags come in from all over the place. Illegal block against Gloucester. They only gave him a 5-yard penalty, and they didn't call it from the flag that was at the 35. They gave it to them from the 39, so it's back at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 34 as the wing is to the right side. Now it goes in motion. The wing with the carry cuts it up inside and gets to the 39-yard line and close to a first down. That's Jack Reed. And they give him the 39. That should be enough for a first down.
Number 9, Justin Johnson. Along with number 88, Steve Hill.
So from the 29 to the 39 is 10 yards and a first down. Gloucester picks up their first down of the ball game. And that was Jack Reed from the wing coming around to the near side, the short side of the field. The wing again goes in motion. They give it straight ahead, and they get good yards. That's Nick Gigaloni getting to, see where they put it down, just about at the 46. So a 7-yard gain will make it 2nd down and 7. Again, the wing is to the far side, the right side of the Gloucester offense. Reed gets the carry, gets around the corner, he gets into English territory as he's knocked down by Derek Hodge. So they get good yardage inside the 50 to the 48. So that's another first down picked up from the 48. It'll be 1st and 10. This is Keating off the right side. Reaching down and getting an ankle was Mike Orfanos. And he'll give him to the 45. So they pick up 3. It'll be second down and 7 from the 45. Straight ahead, Nick Jagiellone almost broke it. Somebody got a hold of an ankle and just brought him down. As he would look like he was going to be gone, he gets inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 6. It'll be third down and a long 1. We'll call it 2. That's Nick Jagiellone. Runs into a host of shirts, but not before he picks up a first down to the 35.
Well, like I say, I said whistle. I don't play in the Lynn English kids. There's no whistle.
So first and 10, Gloucester, as they're looking for the tying score. They trail 7-0, but they've got a drive going. They put 3 first downs together, starting back at their 29. It'll be first and 10 from the English 35. All on the ground. They give it to Keating off the right side. He gets to about the 31. They'll give him the 31 for a pickup of 4, so it'll be second down and 6. Not as big a crowd as I thought this would be for a game this size. Gloucester usually brings a lot of fans. Gloucester's well represented here, but I thought other than English and Gloucester fans, I thought there'd be a lot. There is a good-sized crowd on the English side and the Gloucester side, but I thought there would be more. Reed cuts it back up inside. He's got a first down inside the 25. They've run that play very well. He's going to get inside the 25. They'll mark it at the 24 for a pickup of 7 and another first down. So Gloucester's picked up 4 of them along the way. They have it first and 10 from the 24. The wing is to the right side. Nick Jagiellone stays on his feet, still on his feet, finally dragged down. Chris Carroll, the safety, had to make the stop. They're going to mark the ball down at the 12. So 12 more and a first down. Keating gets wrapped up by Matt Curtis in the backfield. They lose yardage all the way back. They're going to put it down at the 15-yard line. So they lose 3. They've been trying to find Matt Curtis and run away from him. That time they ran right at him, and he made them pay as they lose 3 on the play. So it'll be second and 13. They have to get inside the 5 for a first down. Jagiellone looking to throw. He's in trouble. He's going to get hit and knocked down. He never got a chance to get it off. The pressure put on by Justin Johnson, who wouldn't let him throw it. They lose back to the 20.
He had actually no place to go.
Justin Johnson just broke in and threw his arms up. Jagiellone had to pull it down and hold on, and they lose 5. So they lose 5 more. It's going to be third and 18. They send wideouts right and left. The wing is to the near side. Jagiellone again looking to throw. Over the middle, caught, dropped, and intercepted. Hodge picked off the tip. Derek Hodge, we told you about the fact he's not just a running back, he's a cornerback as well. In and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Garrett Webb. and Hodge was there to pick off the tip, and English gets the football back, and the drive by Gloucester goes by the boards, and that could be the last play as he got it out to the 13-yard line.
And that's the end of the first quarter. The score of English 7, Gloucester 0.
So Gloucester moved the ball all the way down. Two big defensive plays, one by Matt Curtis, the other one by Justin Johnson. Cost Gloucester 8 big yards. They had to go upstairs. They ran the post pattern, and Webb was open, got his hands on the football, just couldn't hold on. As it tipped in the air, Hodge picked off the tip and ran it back to the 13-yard line, and English would get the ball to start the second period, still with that 7-0 lead. So Gloucester was moving it well on the ground, but they ran into Matt Curtis and J.J. Johnson, and it cost them 8 big yards, and they had to go upstairs.
Home line, so we can't do the game.
So we'll start the second period with English still holding on to that 7-0 lead. Hodge with the big play on defense. And I know a lot of schools are looking at him not just as a running back. Some schools are looking at him thinking he's an exceptional cornerback as well. He just showed it there. Good presence there and good heads up as he stayed on the football and came up with the tip and gives English the football and preserves their 7-0 lead. They go quickly. Carroll lost the football in the bottom of that pile. Gloucester saying they have it. We haven't seen a sign from the officials yet. I guess English got it back. They're going to lose to the 10-yard line.
Right.
So they lose 3 on the play. It'll be second down and 13 from the 10-yard line. And English lucky to get that one back. They went on a quick count, and they just didn't handle the snap. It went to the ground, and it wound up with Carroll recovering for the Bulldogs. A.C. Johnson comes as a receiver to the near side. They give it to Hodge, bouncing it out, cuts it up inside, might have got it to the 12. They get out to the 12-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 11 from the 12-yard line. A big play here in the ballgame. If English has to punt from here, Gloucester will get great field position. The pitch to Hodge, looking to turn the corner. Gloucester out there, and they drive him out of bounds. They just kept stretching it out, not letting Hodge turn and run north and south. I think he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Back on by number 64, Kyle White.
They give him back to the 12 for no gain, so it'll be English kicking it away. And without a run back, Gloucester will get good field position. And now the pressure's on J.J. Johnson to try and make something happen here with the punt. Early moments, actually 58 seconds into the second period. English holding on to a 7-0 lead. Johnson goes high in the air. Gloucester again not going for the block at the 48-yard line. Reed down the sidelines gets it down to about the 35. A 17-yard return. And the English defense is going to have to go to work. Gloucester not going in to block the punt. Snap was high. Johnson went up and got it. And they actually put it down at the 34-yard line. So an 18-yard return by Reed. And the defense of English will be stretched again. The wing will be to the far side. They give it to Keating, flag on the play, and that usually means holding.
There's a flag on the play.
Right in the middle of the line, that usually means holding. And it was behind the play. Keating went the other way, and the flag was thrown to the right side of the Gloucester line. So it was behind the play, so that even Makes it even worse for Coach Ingram and the Fishermen. So Gloucester's going to get pushed back. And it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 44-yard line. Wide out to the far side and the near side. The wing is to the far side as well. Jagalone looking to throw. The quick out is caught. Being knocked out of bounds is Josh Rosa. So Rosa with the catch gets it beyond the original marker down to the 32-yard line. So he picks up 12. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 32. Same setup, double wideouts. Jagalone again with the quick out. Again, Rosa with the catch. Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up a 1st down. So they make up the 10-yard penalty and pick up a 1st down at, I think they're going to put it down at the 21. Now they're going to put it down at the 22. So 22 yards into those 2 pass plays. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 22. They give it straight ahead to Nick Jagalone. They faked the wing around and went straight up the middle. And they give him down to the 14-yard line for a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Under 8 minutes when they snap the football to play in the first half. They send the wide out to the far side. The wide out to the near side. The wing is to the far side as well. Jagalone behind Jagalone. The quick out again. That play is there all day. Down to the 6. The hit made by Brian Ring. So they're 3 for 3 with that play. They get down to the 6 for an 8-yard pickup and a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 6. So England's going to have to do something with that play. They're giving Josh Rosa a big cushion over there, and they're picking up good yardage. Rosa out of the ball game. And now Gloucester's going to call a timeout as they were shuffling players in and out. And I think they're going to make it a 30-second timeout. $7-0 English, but Gloucester is knocking on the door. The defense came up after English came up with an interception. Defense came up and shut English down 3 and out, and they had a punt and gave them great field position at the English 34. They're trying to take advantage of the short ride to the end zone. They picked up 38. This is Jack alone, and just dumps it off, incomplete. He kept it, faking end around to Reed, hoping English would bite, and he was going to walk in the end zone. English had it well covered. Staring right at him was Timmy Hall, and he knew he was going to go anywhere, so he just threw it away. He was outside the pocket, so it's not intentionally grounding. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. The wing is to the near side. The give, and they stand him up right at the line of scrimmage, and that's Chris Carroll up top. And that's J.J. Johnson at the bottom. Just about the 6-yard line for no gain. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 6. They've been using that wing around The wing is to the wrist. That's Rosa wide out. That's been a big play as well. The quick out to Rosa. Jagalone looking. Throws it over the middle. Is it caught? It's dropped. No, now they say touchdown. The Gloucester player had it long enough to call it a touchdown. The catch was by Garrett Webb. It went to the ground. He dove on it. That's why I thought it was incomplete, but he held it long enough for the touchdown. So the touchdown pass to Webb. 6 yards. They go 34 yards. In 7 plays, they overcome the holding penalty, and now they're going to look to tie it up. Kyle Keating, you got to watch out though, because Jagalone, the quarterback, is holding it. He winds up with the football. They dump it in. It's incomplete. Just tipped away. They had to hold on. The ball was in the ground. The snap, Jagalone had to get up and try to throw it. And it was Brian Ring, I think, going back to the English sideline, who got a piece of the football and knocked it away. Actually, it was Matt Camo, 81, not 80. So now it's a little bit closer. 7-6, English lead cut to a point, and they'll get the football with 6:31 left to play in the first half. English moved it well the first time they had it, moving right down the field, 55 yards in 6 plays. They have not picked up a first down since. They've gone 3 and out their last 2 possessions, the last one being costly after an interception stopping Gloucester on a drive. They took over at their 13, went 3 and out, and the punt only traveled out to the 34. And Gloucester had a short route to the end zone, although English gave up yards grudgingly. And they score on 3rd and goal from the 6 on a pass play to Webb in the end zone. And now Webb will kick it off. Hodge and A.C. Johnson are back deep. And from the 9, it'll be A.C. Johnson. He gets hit at about the 20-yard line. It looked like, I didn't see any flags. It looked like Gloucester was offside. But I didn't see any flags. So the official didn't see it. English will have it from their own 20. So English wants to at least make a couple of first downs here and not give it right back to a Gloucester offense that was moving the football, especially in the air. Usually have to worry about the wing T and the running of Gloucester. It's been the passing of Gloucester that's been the difference here in the first half, keeping them close. They pitch it to Hodge, trying to get outside. He gets across the 20 to about the 22. Gloucester is quick. They're not that big, but they're quick, and they're not letting English get outside. They're just stretching it out. Hodge picks up a couple. To the 22, it'll be 2nd down and 8. So after they gave up big chunks the opening drive, they're shutting us down. English may have to go inside and run off the tackles or straight ahead to try and loosen up or even throw the ball a little bit. Now we get motion all over the place by English. That's going to cost English 5. The long count came up to bite the Bulldogs because it was actually 2 linemen who moved. The ball back to the 17-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 13. We're halfway through the second period, which means we're 3/4 of the way through the first half. 7-6, English on top in a big one in the Northeastern Conference. O'Meara goes in motion. The pitch is to Hodge. Hodge cuts it up inside, runs into a couple of white shirts and gets across the 20. Doesn't get much. Again, Gloucester not letting Hodge get around the corner. They'll give him to the 21. for a pickup of 4, so it'll be 3rd and 9. And let's see if Gary Malaya chooses to put it up here. Coming up on 4.5 minutes left to play, and we'll be under that when they snap the football. Bransfield, the center, leads them out. And we're going to send wideouts. 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Hodge, the lone running back behind Carroll. And now A.C. Johnson wants a timeout. So English having a little bit of trouble offensively as they call a timeout. They had 3 wideouts with Hodge, the lone running back behind Carroll. But A.C. Johnson saw something because he's a long way away from the English sideline. I don't know what he saw, but he quickly called a timeout. Now the same setup, 2 wideouts to the far side. The tight end, Matt Curtis, is to the near side along with A.C. Johnson, the wideout, to the near side. The long count. Carroll looked like he was going to try and throw it and couldn't get it off. He was lucky to hold on to the football. It looked like it was supposed to be a quick out to one of the receivers and let him run. They lose back to the 20. So Gloucester again could get very good field position here. Johnson back, the southpaw kicker. Here's the snap, and again they don't rush. The kick is away, fielded at the 45-yard line of Gloucester, and they bump him out of bounds, but again back in English territory. They'll mark it out at the 48-yard line of English. So Gloucester with good field position again. First drive, at their 20, they were 3 and out. Second drive, they drove from their 29 down. They had a first down at the 12, but then 2 big defensive plays shut them down and the interception by Hodge. The next drive, they went in for a score. They're trying to make it 2 in a row. Jagalone looking to throw. He's got a man deep. Just tipped. Nice play by Hodge. He's making me look like a prophet. I said he was a very good cornerback. He was beat by about 5 yards. Reed was there, looked like they had 6 easy. Hodge just reached back and got back and made the little tip and knocked it loose. That's an outstanding play by Hodge. He closed quickly on the ball, and that was a nice throw by Jagalone and a nice defensive play. That time the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 from the 48. The pitch, the wing around, and not going to go far. Justin Johnson stopped that play from going a lot further. He made great penetration and forced Josh Rosa to go a lot deeper in the backfield than he wanted to. He still picked up some decent yardage, but not as many as he looked like he was going to get. He got to the 42 and picked up 6. So it'll be 3rd and 4. But Johnson went in deep and just missed getting a huge loss. Rosa to the near side, Webb to the far side. The wing, Keating, is to the far side as well. Jagalone looking to throw. And I'm not sure if he didn't see over the lineman's hands. There was nobody there when he threw the ball. I think the receiver might have ran the wrong route. They threw it there and there was nobody home. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. And the way that Gloucester defense is playing, you might think that they might go for it here. They leave Jagalone in the ball game. 3:06 left. The other side of the coin is if they punt the football and go deep and they shut English down again, they'd get good field position. So English has to guess pass here with 2 wideouts. Jagalone, the quick out, it's complete. That's a nice throw across field by Jagalone to Webb. That's a big play on 4th down. As they get inside the 35, they'll mark it at the 33. So they pick up 9. They needed 4. And that's a great throw to the outside. And Webb just used his body to screen the defender off. He had the outside to himself, and Jagalone put it right on the money. So 1st and 10 with under 3 minutes, 2.5. The pitch to Keating. Block is out in front. Gets around the corner and gets out of bounds at about the 25.
You kind of had to work with that. Nick Bigaloni was out, giving a little protection downfield. It looked like English had it stretched out enough. But again, kind of tipped over to
I think they're going to mark it at the 26.
who was doing a little up.
That's where they put it. So give him 7. Actually, we'll call it the 25 because it's close enough. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 25. The clock stopped with Keating going out of bounds. They run it straight ahead with Nick Jagalone, and he gets down to about the 5 or 6. They lose the football. It rolled in. Let's see who's got it. Gloucester came up with the football. So it was John Nicastro who came up with the football. He actually gained a few more to the 2. So give Jagalone to the 2. 23 yards in a 1st down, but they lucked out. The ball went to the ground, and it was John Nicastro, the tight end, falling on the football. So Gloucester, with 2:09 left, has a chance to take the lead going into the locker room, and they will also have the ball to start the 2nd half. So the tight end, number 15, John Nicastro, was Johnny on the spot as he came up with the loose football. English had a shot at it, and that probably would have meant they would have taken that 1-point lead into the locker room. Now the defense is going to have to come up real big, while Gloucester is going to take some momentum in at halftime. Kelleher, the center, leads them out. They keep everybody in tight. The wing is to the near side. They give it to Jagalone straight ahead. They're not giving it to him. He's going to get to the 1. The clock is running. They've got plenty of time. 1:35 and counting. The ball is 1 stitch of the football away from in the end zone. Let's see if the quarterback keeps. They give it to Jagalone. He's in, just barely. English pushed him back. English didn't think he could get in. He just nudged. He didn't have to go far, and he didn't go far. Bryson and Hodge got a piece of him. So Jagalone goes in from a yard away. And leading now by 5, they'll go for 2 to try to make it 7. The pitch to Reed. He's got blockers out in front. He's going to waltz in the left side. They made it look easy. They just cleared everybody inside, and he was able to go well wide and take it in. And it's 14-7. So they've had a short field to work with. They've gone 82 yards in 15 plays to get 2 touchdowns. This last one, 48 yards in 8 plays. So the defense has enabled Gloucester to get good field position. And that's been the difference, as they've had a short field to work with. And it's been the right arm of Vito Jagalone that has been the difference in the football game. Throwing the football, you normally don't think of Gloucester doing that, but they're certainly doing it here. 34 yards in 7 plays, 4 of them were passes. 48 yards in 8 plays. The big play, the 4th down pass to keep the drive alive. And then they had to be lucky enough to recover the fumble as well. So, Mr. Momentum and luck has been on Gloucester's side here in the second quarter. And they lead 14-7 with 1:04 left. And they're offside again and still no flag. They are well out in front of the kicker, getting downfield. They get out to about the 25. That, I wasn't sure the first time, but that time they had to be 2 or 3 players in front of the kicker. The kicker slows down when he gets ready to kick, and at least 2 or 3 players went right by him. But they haven't called it, so Gloucester's not going to worry about it. 59 seconds left. Let's see what English does. They send 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far, actually 2 to each side. Hodge, the lone running back, behind Carroll. Carroll with the quick out to Brian Ring. And he caught it with his knee down, I think. I think they're saying it's a catch, but he caught it with a knee on the ground, so that's only going to be a yard on the pass. So it'll be 2nd and 9. The clock is moving. And Chris Carroll will go to the shotgun with wideouts to both sides, 2 on each side. Carroll's going to take off and run with it down the right side. He's got a lot of room down the right side. He runs out of bounds. That's their first down since the opening drive when they took it in for a touchdown. And they're going to get out to the 45-yard line. So he picks up 19 and a first down. And there's 34 ticks left on the clock. Gloucester will give him those as he runs the clock out. And they'll give him anything in front of them. They don't want anybody to get behind them. Again from the shotgun. Carroll drops back, in trouble. Going to take off and run again. He was trying to set up a block. He gets to the 48-yard line of Gloucester. He picked up 7. He was trying to direct one of his linemen to throw a block. And English calls a timeout. He needed one block. The lineman had, if the lineman turned around and threw a block for him, he would have had a lot of room to run. And he was trying to direct it. And if the clock, I think they just ran the clock down, it should be right, 9 seconds left. So if this play doesn't go to the end zone, it's going to be 14-7 Gloucester going into the locker room. So English shut them 3 and out their first try after Gloucester drove deep. Hodge came up with a big defensive play to pick it off and stop a potential score by Gloucester. But since then, the defense of Gloucester has given the offense some great field position to start drives. One at the English 34, the other at the English 48. After they've completely shut English down since that opening drive, Chris Carroll's run of 19 is the first down they have since the opening drive. And now with 9 ticks left on the clock, English might try to throw one to the end zone. Although Chris Carroll's not getting a lot of time. He's been flushed out of the pocket the last couple of times. Gloucester will have guys almost 30 yards off the ball downfield, not letting anybody get behind them. So it would take one of those Hail Mary passes here or a penalty. They're only rushing 3 guys. Carroll with time, lets it fly, looking downfield. It's tipped and knocked away. And the clock says zeros. And the referee says zeros as well. So that last play intended for Matt Curtis got knocked away, and English has turned aside. So Gloucester, with the defense kind of taking control in that second period, turning over great field position to the Gloucester offense. As we mentioned, they only had to go 82 yards in 2 drives to put 14 points on the board, and it's 14-7 Gloucester at halftime. Back as we're set to start the second half, Gloucester on top 14-7, and after that first drive by English, Gloucester really dominated. English had 85 yards rushing, 1 yard passing, 4 first downs for 86 total offense. Gloucester had 95 yards rushing, 45 yards passing, 9 first downs for 144 yards. English with that 85 yards rushing, 55 of those came on the opening drive. Derek Hodge has 39. Chris Carroll has 30, 19 of those coming on that run at the end of the half. And A.C. Johnson has 1 carry for 17 yards. The first carry of the ball game, he went 17 yards. On the other side, spaced out a little bit, Reed has 23, Keating has 14. Nick Jagalone is the leading rusher with 62. Brother Vito is 5 for 9 for 45 yards. And the right arm of Jagalone has been the difference in a football game, setting up the touchdowns that Gloucester scored. The big play, a 4th down pass from Jagalone to Garrett Webb of 9 yards to pick up a first down and keep the drive alive. And then they went in, although they did fumble a football. Johnny on the spot was John Nicastro, who came up with the loose football at the 2. They actually gained 4 yards on the fumble, and they went in for the go-ahead score. Now they'll get the ball to start the second half. Back at the 6. This is Rosa. Gets to the outside and gets bumped out of bounds. A good return across the 30-yard line. So we'll see where they mark the football. They're going to mark it right about the 35, I think. So at the 35-yard line, Gloucester will get it 1st and 10. Leading by 7. And a big one very early. First game for both teams. English picked number 1 by the coaches, but we all know you got to play the games. The pitch. Keating turns the corner, and they just grab a hold. Matt Curtis, along with Mike Orfanos, just got a hold of Keating as he got around the corner. He gets out to the 43 for a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2.
Since the third possession, Gloucester has been running like a real well-oiled machine. They haven't skipped a beat. Terry Silva built a dynasty over there, and all again is carrying out that dynasty. Very, very well coached.
They give it to Jagalone. That's Nick Jagalone. They grab a hold of his shirt in the backfield and take him down. That was Edward Owen Finch. Give him a yard to the 49, the 44, excuse me. So he ball's shy of the 44, so they still need about 2. They give it to Reed. They force him up inside. Matt Curtis buries him at the 46, but it's a first down. They mark it at the 46, and that's just, he needed 2, he got 3. He tried to go wide, they forced him back up inside. Curtis was there to finish him off, but he picked up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 46. They go wide receivers right and left, 1 running back behind Jagalone. The wing is to the far side in motion. The pitch is to Keaton. All kinds of blockers out in front, and he's gone. 1 man can catch him. Hodge bumps him out of bounds. Hodge had to come from clear across field. They just cleared house on the right side, and Keating never got touched until Hodge bumped him out of bounds down around the 4-yard line. Down to the 4. A 50-yard run. And Gloucester's knocking on the door again. They give it to Nick Jagalone. He runs into a stack of Bulldogs after he picks up maybe 2. English was stubborn down here before, but this is a big time of the game. They give him down, we'll call it the 3. So give him a yard. Second, everybody in tight, the wing to the near side. Off the right side, Nick Jagalone is in for the touchdown. So the 50-yard run by Keating set it up. So Gloucester takes almost 3 minutes off the clock, 8 seconds shy of 3 minutes, and they go on top 20-7. And Keating will look to make it 21. Jagalone is the holder. They get it down, and it's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to announce the winning
65 yards in 6 plays. 50 of them picked up by Keating.
629-569. Again, the winning number.
And Gloucester grabs a quick 21-7 lead.
569.
And if you're on the English sideline, the only thing good about this is they scored quickly, which leaves a lot of time on the clock for English to make a comeback. They led 7-0. Gloucester has put 21 straight points on the board. And English only picked up 1 first down after that opening drive. Gloucester's defense has been really tough. And that 1 first down was picked up by Carroll when Gloucester was actually in a prevent defense. The quarterback ran for 19 yards with just over a minute left and a half. Actually, just under a minute left. So Gloucester, I don't think they're staying up here. They're going to go home and come back next Friday. But they're going to come right back and play Classical next Friday night. This one off the side of the foot. The little pop-up is handled at about the 28-yard line. And getting knocked down quickly. Good coverage by Gloucester. That was Mike Orfanos handled the pop-up, and they give him to the 31. So from the 31, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs, with 8 minutes straight up showing on the clock left to play here in the third period.
Timeout, Gloucester.
Gloucester only had 10 guys on the field, and they called a quick 30-second timeout. They were trying to hurry the last guy out there. We've mentioned that Hodge with 5 touchdowns and over 400 yards the last 2 games was held to 39 yards in the first half. English made it look easy with the opening drive. Just took it right at Gloucester, ran right at him. Gloucester made a couple of adjustments, and English has done nothing since. They go I formation. They give it to Hodge. He carries a couple of people with him for good yardage. So they've gone running straight ahead. They haven't been able to get outside. They'll look and see if they can let that lineman take over. Give him to the 39 for a pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Hodge looking to go off the right side, kicks it to the outside, and just gets ridden out of bounds. He's going to be close to a first down, depending where they spot him going out of bounds. They're going to give him the first down, out to about the 43. So throw out the Chris Carroll run at the end of the half for first down, and that's the first down since the opening drive. And the first time Hodge has put back-to-back runs for a first down. And we've got a Gloucester player down. And even then, Hodge took, he didn't take the worst of the hitting. Keating did. Keating took the worst of that as they forced Hodge out of bounds. Hodge stayed on his feet. Keating actually took the brunt of it with 3 guys going out of bounds, and he's really favoring that right leg as he comes out. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Now they have a road to hoe as they try to get back in here.
If they fall behind 2 scores, they run because they won't get the stops you need to come back. It's going to be a great league this year, though.
They go power right in the wing right, excuse me, in the backfield with Hodge. They give it to O'Mara. O'Mara, his first carry. They give him to about the 45. That'll be a pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. O'Mara's first carry. O'Mara was set up as a wing on the right side. He came back the counter, trying to get Gloucester to follow Hodge. I formation behind Carroll. The long count. They fake. Carroll gets away and throws it away. Good job by Chris Carroll. That looked like it was going to be a very big loss, and now Reed comes up limping now. He planted trying to get Carroll as Carroll did a little 180-degree turn to get away from the tackle. Carroll was going to throw the ball and had no chance. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 from their own 45-yard line. They send double wideouts right and left. Bryson and Ring to the near side. Curtis and Johnson to the far side. They fake it to Hodge. Carroll takes off. He's got a first down and a little bit more. Nice job by Carroll. They faked it to Hodge. Carroll kept it and gets to the 43 of Gloucester. He picked up 12.
Back there for probably about a 10, 12-yard loss, and somehow Carroll was able to get out of it and get rid of the ball.
So English has it at the Gloucester 43. And they send double wideouts. Bryson and Ring to one side. A.C. Johnson and Matt Curtis to the far side. The shovel to Hodge, the quick pitch. Hodge down the right side. Gets good yardage inside the 30-yard line. That'll be another first down. Down to the 28 is where they're going to put it. So at the 28, give him 15 more. One of the few times they were able to get Hodge around the corner, and that was because they were dropping back in pass coverage. From the shotgun, the little shovel to Hodge, the little pitch to Hodge going around the right side. And he got down the sidelines before he got bumped out of bounds. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 28 as English tries to answer back. Gloucester got a big touchdown to put them up 2 scores, 21-7. So they've scored the last 3 times Gloucester has that they've had the football. Finishing up the half with 2 straight. And coming out and starting the 3rd quarter with 1. Gloucester called a quick timeout to try and slow down the momentum of the Bulldogs. English went to running a little more straight ahead. Opening up a nice run by Chris Carroll on 3rd and long. Picked up a first down. Hodge has now picked up the back-to-back first down at the 28. English would like to get this one in to make it an interesting 4th quarter. Still 5:52 left. We're halfway through this 3rd quarter. Gloucester ate up only 3 minutes to get in for a score. The double wideouts to both sides again as English spreads it out, trying to spread out that Gloucester defense. They fake it. Carroll's going to run with it again. He steps, and we get a whistle. I'm not sure what they called. I guess they're saying that Chris Carroll's knee went down. I didn't see it, but it'll be back at the 41-yard line. Excuse me, 31-yard line.
They are 6 years old. They just celebrated the
So from the 41, it'll be 2nd and 13. Now they go I formation. Wide out and wing. They give it straight ahead to Hodge, bouncing off a couple of people and gets wrapped up. And he actually got to the 30-yard line and got pushed back, and they actually give him a loss of a yard. He made it to the 30-yard line, and they push him back to the 32. No question, he ran into the stack at the 30, and they pushed him back. The official a little slow with the whistle. He loses yardage back to the 32. So English not getting the better of that bout. Johnson goes to the far side as a receiver. They fake the pitch. They let it fly, looking for J.J. Johnson. Makes the catch, touchdown! There's a flag on the play. Justin Johnson made a great play. He reached over the defender. He's an excellent rebounder in basketball. He went up over the defender, took it away, and walked in the end zone. The flag, I think, is against Gloucester for face masking or face guarding. But Johnson went over the top, made the catch. It's against Gloucester. They'll refuse it. It's a touchdown.
You can't call it. Well, this could be the momentum change that English was looking for. There's nothing like that.
So the 32-yard touchdown pass, Matt Curtis will try to make it 21-14. Prunia can't get it down. Curtis is going to look for the corner. Not going to get there. Good open field tackle. He's not easy to bring down. The snap went awry. It looked like Curtis had a shot at the corner. And they just went down and made the stop. And the man making the tackle took the brunt of it, but he certainly made the tackle.
Lost the tackle made by Vito Gloucester.
That was
Tony Testaverde.
LaGrosso made the hit, and he took the brunt of it. He went down and got down around the ankles and knocked Matt Curtis down, and he's still being looked at on the sideline down there. He took the worst of that, come up limping a little bit. But he made a big hit going down and taking him down. They're looking at him at the 45-yard line to make sure he's okay. But English comes back and goes 69 yards in 9 plays. And now English will try to do something defensively and get the ball back. Back at the 10-yard line. They get a good return across the 30. So coaches will tell you the field position is a big part of the football game, and Gloucester has had that in this football game so far, especially in that first half, when they had to go short yardage for 2 touchdowns. They get it at the Gloucester 31-yard line. Trying to make it 4 scores in a row. The defense of English, let's see if that touchdown gave them a little momentum. See if they can shut Gloucester down. Reed is back in the ball game. Keating is not. The wing is to the near side. They give it to Reed. He's hit in the backfield. A.C. Johnson, along with O'Meara and Owen Finch, but it was Johnson who made the first hit. And Reed was limping when he went in to try to make the tackle on Chris Carroll before he turned the wrong way and hurt an ankle. And on that play, he went down hard in the backfield, and he's down. They lose back to the 27. So he loses 4 yards on the play. The pitch, trying to run it right, not going to get there this time. Matt Curtis just wraps up Keating and throws him down. Curtis throws him all the way back to the 23 for a loss of 4 more.
Momentum again. Momentum swings. English is fired up right now. They look like they
3rd and about the length of Western Avenue to go for a first down. With the clock running, will be just about at 3 minutes when they snap the ball here in the 3rd period. Jagalone looking to throw. Fakes it out with some time. Lets it fly downfield. Tipped and knocked away. Good defense by Brian Ring. So English could get pretty good field position here, especially with any kind of a run back. And Ole Miss, the momentum might be changing sides a little bit here. It looked like it was all Gloucester, especially when they came out and scored on the opening drive of the second half. But that great play by J.J. Johnson going over the defender. The defender was actually called for interference. He went over the defender, made the catch into the end zone for the touchdown, and now the defense for English shuts Gloucester down for the first time in 4 possessions. They bobble the snap a little bit. They get the high kick. It takes a little bit of an English bounce as it's going to be down to about the 48-yard line of Gloucester. So English will start in Gloucester territory. This is outstanding field position at the 48-yard line. They started at their 45 the first time. Since then, it was the 37, the 13, the 20, the 25, and the 31. So they haven't had the greatest of field positions, whereas Gloucester's 2 touchdowns were started at the English 34 and the English 48. English goes I formation with a wide out. They give it to Hodge, running straight ahead. He gets almost 5. They'll give him to the 43 and pick up 5. So English now just challenging their offensive line. And now that's a big blow for English. Hodge is limping a little bit as he goes to the sideline. And let's see how that affects. Let's see what happens now with English with Hodge on the sideline. A.C. Johnson will move into the tailback spot for English. Carroll fakes the pass, fakes it again. Now hits Matt Curtis. Drags a couple of people with him and dives for extra yardage. Nice play by Chris Carroll. Nice play by Matt Curtis. He dragged a couple of people with him and then dove for a couple more as he gets down to the 33-yard line of Gloucester. He picked up 10 on a first down. We still have 1:45 left here in the third period. English stays in that I formation. They throw it a little bit behind. Bryson was open, wide open, and he threw it a little bit too low and a little bit outside. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He was open, he was there, and had some room to run. But he had to reach back a little bit and couldn't come up with the catch. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Hodge still on the sideline. The pitch, A.C. Johnson trying to get outside. Not going to go anywhere. They ran to the short side. They might have got a yard if they were lucky. They'll give him the 32, I think. No, they're going to put it right back at the 33. They put it right back at the 33. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. English is going to take a timeout. They like to get Hodge back in a football game. He's on the sideline being attended to. And now Hodge is coming back. So Hodge will be back in the lineup. So obviously 4 down territory here. They need 10. They're at the 33-yard line. Gloucester trying to stop the momentum that English has built up with that last touchdown. And a big first down here after the defense come up big. They go double wideouts to both sides. They fake it to Hodge. Now the little pitch to Hodge. Nice little pass. The little shovel pass from Carroll to Hodge. And that's enough for a first down. So they fake the running play with Hodge. Carroll rode out to his right side and just a little shovel pass. So if it's not caught, it's an incomplete pass. But he gets to the 21-yard line. A 12-yard pass play gets it 1st and 10 from the 21. So it's a safe play because if it goes to the ground, it's an incomplete pass. Still just over a minute left. At the 21, Bryson goes in motion to the far side. Carroll looking to throw. Lobs it down. Ring turned the defender around. The defender is down on the ground. And that's LaGrasso, who took a hit in the ankle when he made the tackle on Matt Curtis, and he just stuck in the turf when he tried to turn back. Ring turned him around and was wide open on the left side. The pass just overthrown, and LaGrasso went down in a heap, his leg going out from under him. So they've had Keating and Reed, who both came back in the ballgame, by the way, and now LaGrasso, who made that big hit on Curtis when it looked like Curtis might run in the two-point conversion. He goes down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line for the Bulldogs. And if there was, we keep mentioning, we've mentioned on Sports Weekly, we mentioned in a football game, if there's any question about whether Chris Carroll was going to be able to get the job done at quarterback coming in, he was a wideout last year and a safety. He's the safety again this year. Or he's a cornerback last year. And he stepped in the quarterback spot this year. And he certainly has answered all the questions that anybody had running this offense and doing an outstanding job. And he's only a sophomore. Everybody knew about Curtis. Everybody knew about Hodge. Everybody knew about some of the linemen that English had coming back. Those that didn't pick English, the #1 team, did so because they weren't sure how the quarterback would run the offense. Well, I think if they took the vote now, some of those coaches would know that he's doing an outstanding job, and he's going to have a great career at English High School. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 21, and that's LaGrasso really limping off. So they go I formation with a wing and a wideout to the far side. The pitch is to Hodge. Block is out in front. He cuts it up inside. He gets inside the 15. He gets good yardage down to about, they're going to give him about the 13-yard line. So give him 8. It'll be 3rd and a couple. We'll have one more play, unless it's an incomplete pass, before the clock runs out. And we got a whistle. I'm not sure what the whistle. We know the clock isn't official. The referee is. I think Gloucester called a timeout before they ran the play. It'll be 3rd and a couple. English might change the play now because Gloucester now knows that Carroll was going to quarterback sneak for a first down. So it was English with the momentum on the opening drive. Gloucester took it away. The defense shut English down. It was all Gloucester right through the first drive of the second half. And all of a sudden, here come the Bulldogs. That big play by J.J. Johnson catching the 32-yard touchdown pass. And that offensive line starting to take control a little bit. And that changed the momentum. And then the defense came out and shut Gloucester down. And English has moved it from the Gloucester 48 to the 13, where it'll be 3rd and 2. And they're starting to get Hodge around the corner. They're starting to pick up some yardage. They're starting to get some blocks. And the offensive line is starting to take control a little bit. And Gloucester is starting to be a banged-up football team. They send double wideouts right and left. Under center is Carroll. He takes the quarterback sneak. He runs it, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. He dives in. Nice play by Chris Carroll. In for the touchdown.
They spread the field, and Carroll on the quarterback keeper went straight up the middle for the touchdown.
Chris Carroll, quarterback sneak, just spun off one defender, walked in and dove the last yard or so.
He's had big, huge games here, and so it's a new ball game. They made this extra point. It's 21-19. You know what really amazes me?
Let's see if they go for 2 here to tie it. 9 seconds left. It's going to be a very interesting fourth quarter because Ole Miss, the momentum, has now changed sides. If they get this two-point conversion, we'll be right back where we started, dead even with 11 minutes of football left. And right now, Mr. Momentum seems to be wearing red and gray. A.C. Johnson will be a wing. Now they're going to go power I in the backfield. Gloucester wanted movement. They don't get it. They give it, fake it to Hodge. They dump it in. Nice catch by J.J. Now he can't hold on. He made a great sliding attempt. Looked like he had it. When he rolled over, the ball popped out.
Nice play action pass by Chris Carroll. He had a nice fake. He had the receiver out there. He threw the ball a little low. It looked like the receiver made a great catch, but as it rolled,
It looked like
the ball popped out of his hand.
Chris Carroll's going back to the sideline saying, I wish I put a little more air on that ball, but he made a great fake to Hodge, rolled out, hit his man, and Johnson tried to make the sliding catch. He had it, and when he went down, as he rolled over, the ball popped out. They were that close to tying the ball game up. But don't go away. We got 11 minutes of football left. They'll kick off, and then they'll change sides. That offensive line for English starting to do a job. And Gloucester starting to come up with a couple of guys who are hurt. So J.J. Johnson getting set to kick off. He drills it, bounces, dropped, finally picked up. Keating. Nice return by Keating to get back to the 30. And that'll be the end of the period, as they're going to put it right at the 30-yard line. So English takes the momentum away. Gloucester scored 2 in a row, ending the first half, and one to start the second half. English has now scored on both their possessions, 69 yards in 9 plays, and 48 yards in 8 plays. To get momentum back, it's 21-19 Gloucester with 11 minutes of football left. And Gloucester has a very important drive in front of them because English feels it a little bit now, I think, and you can see it on the sidelines and with the fans, and they don't want to give the ball back right away. They want to at least pick up a couple of first downs and maybe pin English deep, not give them any kind of field position, because all of a sudden they're taking advantage with Chris Carroll really doing an outstanding job. And Hodge starting to pick up some momentum as well. Hodge with 72 yards so far. Keating with 68 to be the 2 leading ball carriers. But it will be Gloucester with the football at the 30 with 11 minutes left in a 2-point game. The Fishermen on the road for the second straight week, trying to come up with another win, stopping a conversion. And that's Nick Jagaloni. So they get to the 36. A pickup of 6. And English would love to have a turnover here. Negating that, they'd like to stop him. Nick Jagalone gets to the 39. He'll be 3rd and a yard from the 39. And a very big play here. Gloucester wants to convert this first down and not give the ball back to the Bulldogs. They keep everybody in tight. The wing is to the far side. They got the first down. Jagalone. He gets to the 45 for a pickup of 6. He's got 81 yards. Gloucester trying to shrink the game now, at least cut the clock down. Obviously, they'd like to go in and score. This is Keating off the right side, picks up about 5.
Ball carried by Kyle Keating.
Speaking of vetoes, do you remember the big tight end that looked like Mark Bavaro? Was that in 19?
He gets to the 50 for a pickup of 5.
Led them to a 9-2 season and a Northeast Conference championship team. So,
Second down and 5 with the clock running. We'll be at 9 minutes and under when they snap the football. Gloucester won last week, 14-12, stuffing a conversion try. They stopped a couple here today. They lost the football. It's loose. You don't want to be in the bottom of that pile. Let's see who's got the football. English has got the football. It looked like Jared Wallace. Jared Wallace came up with the football at the English 49-yard line. So English gets it back. A big break. They'll send Johnson and Curtis to the far side. Hodge behind. Carroll keeps. And might have got a yard. They try to stretch everybody out, see if they get Carroll some room to run straight ahead. He picks up a yard to the 50. So it'll be second down and 9. Big time in the ball game here. English trying to make it 3 scores in a row and trying to get the lead. They got what they needed, the turnover, as the ball was knocked loose out of Keating's grab. And now English trying to cash in. Again, wing left. The pitch to Hodge. O'Mara with a kick-out block. Hodge cuts it up inside. Dives forward for yardage. He's going to be close, but he didn't get it. He gets to the 42. He has to get to the 41. So he picked up 8. It'll be third down and a yard. And if I know Gary Malaya, this is 4-down territory. They want to make it right here, but it'll be 4-down territory if they don't. I formation. They give it to Hodge, straight ahead. He ducks his head and gets inside the 40 for a first down. It looks like Hodge is down, and that could be a huge blow. And he got inside the 40. They're only giving him the 40-yard line, so he picked up 2, but a big first down. And that's a huge injury if, in fact, they don't have Hodge for the last minute, 7:21. So Hodge again is going to be attended to on the sideline. He got banged up before and was out for a couple of plays. And that's a huge break for Gloucester, a tough break for English because they need him now, 7:05 and counting. English trailing by 2. They have the football, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. They lost it. Carroll came up with it. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. The ball popped in the air. He almost lost the football. Carroll was lucky to get that one back. It popped up. He caught it and tried to make something out of nothing. He loses about a foot, so we'll call it 2nd and 10. They put it right back at the other side of the 40-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from there. And you got to think that they've got to convert here because they're running some precious time off the clock. If they don't, Gloucester's going to get it back and quite capable of running the clock out. Under 6 minutes when they snap the ball. A.C. Johnson is the back. They fake it, looking. They let it fly. Johnson can't make the catch. He had it, bounced out of his hands, and then bounced out of Josh Rose's hands. Johnson almost made the big play. He leaned on the defender nicely, giving himself an opportunity to make the catch. And this has got to be 4 down territory with only 6:03 left and the ball at the 40-yard line. English is going to have to try to convert. And one of their best receivers, Johnson, is going to the sideline. George Bryson is in. Double wideouts to both sides. A big play here. Carroll from the shotgun. Low snap. He can't run with it. They knock him forward. He can't go anyplace. The snap was low. He had to go get it. And he was lucky to hold on to the football. He had a host of white shirts all over him. They give him back to the 40-yard line for no gain. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. I don't think English is going to punt here. And maybe they are. Carroll's going to the sideline. English looks like they're going to punt it. And they're going to leave it up to the defense to get the ball back.
They're really punishing the ball carrier. Again, Hodge, the leading gainer, has been out twice now, and Chris Carroll, that time goes
Johnson is in
stood up there, and then he
to punt.
flopping it from every direction.
And they're going to try pin Gloucester deep and hope their defense can shut them down. So they're going to put it on the defense. They had a big opportunity, but Gloucester's defense came up big as well. They look for the corner, and he kicks it out of bounds down at the 10-yard line. So it'll be down at the Gloucester 10-yard line with just under 5 minutes left. And English will try to get the defense working and try to shut Gloucester down and give that offense one more good shot. Nice job by J.J. Johnson. The 30-yard punt, but more importantly, he gets it out at the 10 and pins Gloucester deep. This is the first time they've started this deep in their own end. They fumbled it the last time they had it. English would love that to happen. They stand up. I think that's Nick Giacalone. Nick Giacalone. He picked up a couple to the 12. Gloucester's got to hurry if they want to get this playoff. Giacalone had to come all the way to the sideline, almost had to go back. English needs a stand here. They'll be under 4 minutes left when they snap the football in this, the 4th and final period. Gloucester by 2. The pitch to Reed. Circling right. He gets hit and knocked down. And they knock him out of bounds, stopping the clock with 4 minutes. So that's a big play for the Bulldogs, knocking him out of bounds. And he didn't get much. And there's an English player down. They give it right back to the 12-yard line. Now I guess they're going to put it to 13. So 3rd and 7. And we got a timeout to talk about. A big play in the ball game. English defense, if they come up big here, can possibly do what Gloucester did in the first half. Their defense gave the offense great field position. English has done it once here, taking over at the Gloucester 48, which is just where English took over. The other time was at the 34. So English trying to duplicate what Gloucester did in the first half. And with 4 minutes straight up showing on the scoreboard clock, I would think it would be official, because I would think the official would be winding it down if it wasn't. We've had a mass unit on both sides of the football. Both teams have gone to the sideline, limping. So a very hard-hitting, very physical football game. 21-19, Gloucester by 2, and a very huge play in the ball game for the English defense and the Gloucester offense. English looking to shut them down. I don't know if Gloucester would put it up here, because we all know 3 things can happen, 2 of them bad, but if it's incomplete, it would stop the clock. They send a wide out to the near side and the far side. Jagalone is going to throw it. He throws it out. It went right through the hands of the receiver. A huge break for the Bulldogs. A great throw by Jagalone. He threw that almost 30 yards across field. And not only is it a break for English, but it stops the clock. And with any kind of a run back, English will have great field position. Chris Carroll will go back. Jagalone did everything he could do. He put it where he had to. The receiver was there and just couldn't hold on. Chris Carroll standing at his own 45-yard line. The snap. The kick is away. It's short. It takes a bit of an English bounce out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. So English has got 3:48 and a short field to go. It's going to be at the 38-yard line. They've got timeouts left. They don't have to worry about throwing it. They can run if they can. Now they put the pressure on the Gloucester defense. And English will look for that offensive line to kick it in gear. They go power eye in the backfield. Now they have O'Meara in motion. They give it to Hodge, side steps, takes a couple of people with him as he picks up 3 or 4 yards. He'll get to the 34-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. And obviously this is their last shot. With the clock running, this is the one they have to convert. And don't forget, they also have Matt Curtis. If they get close, they could maybe even attempt a field goal. I don't think they want to do that, but they've got Matt Curtis in the backfield. English, I think, had to call timeout. Matt Curtis in the backfield. A.C. Johnson is the tailback. Hodge is not in there. Hodge still a little bit gimpy on that ankle. So they move Matt Curtis from tight end to the fullback blocking spot. And he's going to try and open up some holes along with Jim O'Meara for A.C. Johnson and possibly Chris Carroll as well. 2:59 showing on the scoreboard clock. Gloucester by 2. English has come out on fire here in the second half. After Gloucester scored a touchdown, they've shut them down twice. Actually 3 times recovering a fumble. They go power eye again. O'Meara goes in motion to the near side. They give it back to the other side. A.C. Johnson steps in front for about a yard. They'll give him to the 32 for a pickup of 2. It'll be 3rd and 4 from the 32-yard line. And they don't have to worry about 3rd or 4th down. They need to get the first down. They get 2 shots to make 4 yards. They're taking a lot of time, and they're finally going to call a timeout. They let a lot of time run off the clock before they called it, but they get the timeout with 2:17 showing on the scoreboard clock. It's been a barn burner. English easily went in with the opening kickoff, took a 7-0 lead. It was all Gloucester right through the opening drive of the second half. And then Ole Miss the momentum turned around. Justin Johnson made a huge play going over a defender, taking the ball away, out rebounding the cornerback, and taking it in for a touchdown. That play by Johnson was huge. It started a 2-touchdown run by the Bulldogs, and since that time, the defense has come up huge. They shut Gloucester down after that Johnson touchdown. They recovered a fumble on the next possession, and they shut them down here on their last possession and gave English great field position. And now they've got 2 shots to pick up 4 yards and keep this drive alive. Hodge came out on the field, but he's really limping on that left foot, that left ankle. And he would love to be out there, and they would love to have him, and they're going to have him out there. He's coming out. And he is really limping noticeably. The Warrior is going to give it a shot. 3rd and 4. English goes 2 tight ends, power eye in the backfield with Hodge. Curtis, O'Mara in motion. They got a flag on the play. I'm not sure if they stopped the play before. I got to wait and see what the flag is about. Gloucester took the ball away, but we got to see what the flag is about. It may have been that English was in motion and he might have blown the play dead before the snap of the ball. It's motion against English. It's going to be Gloucester's football. Gary Malaya wants them to explain what's going on. Now they're bringing the ball back. Let's see what they do.
And it's Gloucester's ball.
I thought. No, they're marking 5 yards against English. I think they're going to give the ball back to English. It's going to be English's football. I knew that the flag was down before the ball was snapped. He was in motion before the ball was snapped. He started upfield. They threw the flag, and they killed the play. So the play was killed before. So now it's going to be 3rd and about 8. And they send double wideouts to both sides. Carroll from the shotgun. Now they clear the backfield as Hodge goes in motion as well. Carroll slips away. Is going to run down the sideline looking for the first down. He's going to get hit short. He got flushed out. And it's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 or 5 yards. He might have picked up the 5 yards they lost. If they put it, they're going to put it at the 32, so we got the 5 yards back they lost. So it comes down to one play. 4th down and just about 5. And English is going to take a timeout to talk about it. They need 5. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. Between these giants in the Northeastern Conference, comes down to one play. Gloucester leading by 2 English has it 4th and 5, and they've got to come up with a play to keep this drive alive, or Gloucester's going to squeak out another 2-point win. They go wing right with Hodge in the backfield. Flag on the play. It's going to be against English. And that's just going to make it a little tougher now. Because now they're going to need about 9. So they need 9 now from the 38. They've got to get to the 28-yard line. It seems like a month ago they started this drive at the 38. Pitch to Hodge, looking to throw. Lets it fly. Batted around and dropped it. Johnson was looking for interference. He was surrounded by white shirts. He was looking for a push-off. He's not going to get it. They try to squeeze it in to Johnson with Hodge throwing the halfback option pass. And 1:57 left in a football game. English doesn't have that many timeouts left. Gloucester is going to survive with it unless they turn the ball over. And English right now should be tackling the football. Hodge rolling out, try to draw the defense to him and try to sell that he was going to run around the right side. Johnson went downfield. He was well covered. They tried to squeeze it in. He was looking for interference, but everybody has a right to the football, I guess is what the official thought. Looked like there was a couple of bumps along the way, but no call. And Jack Alone is going to go to the 40. So he gets to the 40 for a pickup of 2. English will take another timeout. Second down and 8. Second and 8. 1:44 on the scoreboard clock. They give it to Reed. He's got the first down and a lot more. They're trying to tackle the football, so he carries him with him, and that's a huge play. English was trying to drag it away. That's why he was able to drag people for extra yardage. He gets an English 36, 24 yards and a first down. That's one of the biggest plays of the game right now, as there's 1:34 left. So from the 34, and unfortunately for the Bulldogs, they came up empty. They had a shot from their 38. 2 penalties really hurt. They had it 3rd and 4. They came up with a motion penalty. And then they had it 4th and 5. And they come up with a movement penalty that pushed them back. And then the incompleted pass on 4th down turns it over. And Gloucester is going to sneak out of here with another 2-point win. So conversions are huge. Gloucester, I think right now, is going to take a knee. They're just going to sit on the football now. And they'll take a knee. .125 and counting left to play here. And English can't take any more timeouts. So they actually lost a yard to the 37, but that's the least of their worries. The clock is running. Gloucester will even take a 5-yard penalty here. They don't have to do a thing. That's the 5-yard penalty. Gets it down to under a minute. And they're just going to take, they'll be able to take 2 more knees and this game will be over. But English certainly came on strong in the second half, but just not strong enough. Gloucester with the defense turned it over in excellent field position at the end of the half. They only had to go 82 yards in 2 drives to get 2 touchdowns. And that really was the difference. They come out and scored a touchdown, and a big play was made by LaGrasso, knocking Matt Curtis down, who was looking to get a 2-point conversion that would have been huge and tied the ball game up. And it certainly would have made a difference in this game. Instead of that, Gloucester's going to take a knee. They'll take 1 more, and they're going to get out of here with a win. Both teams played outstanding. Gloucester, by way of conversions, are going to win the football game. They had a bad snap on that try by Matt Curtis to run it in. If he kicks it, it would have been a 7-point difference, and they probably would have gone for the 1 point to tie it when they scored the second time instead of trying to pass for the 2, and they almost had it. J.J. Johnson almost made a great rolling catch in the end zone that would have tied it. So Gloucester is going to come away with a very hard-earned win. They're going to take 1 more knee, and that'll do it. Unofficially, Nick Jagalone had 85 yards rushing, Keating with 74. Chris Carroll, an outstanding football game, had 57 yards. Hodge had 86. J.J. Johnson had a big game as well. And the Gloucester fans are going to have a happy ride down 128. A hard-earned win. Both teams playing very physical and very hard. And a lot of people getting out of here banged up. Both teams are going to be a little bit banged up for their game next week. And they'll just let the clock run out. And that's going to do it. So Gloucester is going to win the football game. They'll go 2-0 on the season, 1-0 in the Northeastern Conference. English will drop to 1-2. 2 tough losses in the season, one by a point with 7 seconds left to Catholic Memorial, and this one by 2 to Gloucester. As Gloucester keeps the hex on, makes it 12 in a row. 1992, the last time that English had beat Gloucester. They made it look easy with the opening drive. They went 55 yards in 6 plays. Carroll snuck in from the 1. Matt Curtis split the uprights. It was 7-0. Gloucester came back and drove all the way down, but a big defensive play by Curtis and then by Johnson shut them down. And then Hodge made the big defensive play, picking off a pass and giving the football back to English. They couldn't do anything with it. When they punted away, Gloucester had great field position at the English 34. It took them 7 plays to go in. They did it mostly on the arm of Vito Jagalone. 4 passes. They only had 1 running play. The touchdown pass to Garrett Webb in the end zone, cutting to the goalpost, made it 7-6. On a bad snap, they missed the point conversion, and it wound up 7-6. Gloucester came right back. They shut English down on the next possession, and then they went 48 yards after a short punt. Nick Jagalone picked up 23 big yards. They actually fumbled the ball, but falling on it was John Nicastro at the 2-yard line to keep it for Gloucester. It took them 2 plays to go in, but Nick Jagalone went in for the touchdown. It was Jack Reed rushing in the 2-point conversion. They got it back to a 7-point difference, 14-7. Gloucester came right out and went 65 yards in 6 plays starting the second half. A big 50-yard run by Keating got them down to the 4-yard line. It took them 2 plays. Again, it was Nick Jagalone going in from the 3 to make it 20. Keating took care of the conversion, making it 21-7. And then English started. They went 69 yards in 9 plays, starting at their 31 with the ensuing kickoff. Carroll picked up 12, Hodge picked up 15, and then on 3rd and long, Carroll aired it up. Justin Johnson went high in the air over the receiver, took it away, went into the end zone. There was actually interference on the play, but they didn't need it. He went in for the touchdown. They were going to kick the point. The snap was bad. Curtis picked it up, looked like he was going to run the ball in, and it was Vito Lagrasso who took the worst of the hit. He went down around the ankles and took Curtis down and stopped the 2-point conversion. It was 21-13. That kind of put a little jump in the step for English. It rejuvenated them. They picked it up. They shut Gloucester down, got good field position at the Gloucester 48. Hodge went to Curtis for 10. Chris Carroll went to Curtis for 10. Chris Carroll went to Hodge for 12. And then Carroll went the last 13 yards, diving in the last yard for the touchdown to make it 21-19. A perfect play called, little pass action. They froze the defense. Johnson got loose in the end zone. The pass a little bit low. Johnson looked like he made a nice sliding catch. And as he slid, as he turned over, the ball popped loose, and that made it 21-19. English had 2 more chances. They recovered a fumble at their own 49. They picked up a first down at the 40, but then went 3 and out, and they punted. Johnson doing a nice job kicking it out at the 10. Gloucester couldn't pick up a first down. They had to punt it away. It only went out to the 38. English picked up 6 on 2 plays. They had a 3rd and 4, obviously in 4-down territory, but then 2 big penalties came up and stopped them, and Gloucester came up with the big stop on 4th down when Hodge tried to hit Johnson with a halfback option, and then Gloucester was able to run out the clock, picking up a first down, running English out of timeouts, and then taking knees to run the clock out. So a very tough loss for the Bulldogs, but they played extremely well. The defense played outstanding in the second half against a good Gloucester team, and both of these teams are going to be in the thick of the hunt for the Northeastern Conference Championship. There's a long way to go with a lot of football to play, and English and Gloucester will be heard from again. So Gloucester wins it 21-19. The 2-point win gives them 2 2-point wins in both their games. English will drop to 1-3, their first loss in the conference, and Gloucester keeps their streak alive. 1992, the last time the Bulldogs won it. So for Brian Carlson and for Kim Connors on the camera doing an outstanding job, I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time on TV 15.